Hey guys, the study method we are going to test in this video claims that I will be able to remember things for long term. Number 2, I will be able to find my weak areas and focus my study on that. Number 3, I do not need to pull all-nighters and I do not need to cram just before exam and still get straight A's. These are the claims of this method. Let's test it. So test 1 from this method is whenever we learn something from our lecture notes or watch a lecture or read a textbook, then how should we approach it? So according to this method, we have to pause periodically after 10 to 15 minutes and ask ourselves some questions. Number 1, what are the key ideas? What terms or ideas are new to me? How would I define these ideas? How do the ideas relate to what I already know? These are the questions we will have to ask whenever we pause periodically. So I'm going to test it on my subject that I'm learning right now, that is SQL language, SQL coding language for data analytics. So I'm watching a lecture and it's very easy to get into lecture hell, into tutorial hell whenever we learn a coding subject. So I'm going to test it. I will pause periodically after each concept or each question, ask myself these questions in that and see if it make a difference. So I forget to tell you the name of this method. Name is retrieval practice method. First thing that we are tested is pausing periodically and asking questions. So I just learned 9 lines of code in around 15 minutes. I paused 2 times in it. Once I solved that problem number 1 in the data set, problem number 2 in the data set. After 5 minutes, I pause and think about it 2 to 3 minutes and try to find that how this code is solving the problem and how it is helping me clean the data. And what it actually does is it helped me actively participate in learning. So it's very easy to fall back again and again the traditional method that I also use sometimes, like waiting for 20 to 30 minutes and then after that go and solve problems separately. So that is a very ineffective way of learning, but we all fall into that. And this pause and periodically method is actually does one more thing. That is, it's very easy to fall asleep when we are learning something new. Like I also learning this thing and I fall many times. I'll be like this many times because I forget that I have to pause periodically. I know this method of retrieval practice method from around 1 year now, and I'm just testing it to show you the magic of this method by actually doing and showing the insights. So it helps you actively participate in learning. So that's what pause and periodically method was. We will going to test the next method again. So I tried next way to use retrieval practice method. So what I did was, it was about retrieving knowledge from my memory. Means whatever I just learned, I had to use that knowledge directly from my memory to solve problems. So what I did was, there was one problem in data cleaning. So I tried to write all of the lines of code by myself. I stuck 2-3 times, but able to write it after that. And that helped me to strengthen my connection of those particular concepts to solve that problem. And I feel really good after that. Recalling this stuff from our brain feels really hard when we try to pull information out of our brain of whatever we learned. But it helps strengthen those connections, so it's for good. Hey guys, third way to use retrieval practice method is to solving questions, and especially it's for maths or technical courses. So I'm going to try it, and most of the courses that I'm learning is technical, so I'm going to apply it on statistics. One idea that I really love from this part is setting aside a little time every week throughout the semester to quiz yourself on the material in a course, both the current week works and material covered in the prior weeks. It means whatever courses I'm learning right now, I will set aside one day completely for quizzing. Means I'm going to test myself on whatever I learned throughout the week, and I think that's the best thing. And I'm going to test it, and I will make a separate video on that about separating one day out of a week and quizzing myself on that day, what it does to you and how it affects my performance in a positive way. I tried quizzing for 2 hours now, and I tried to move to difficult level questions quicker because easier question was something that wasn't challenging myself to think more or think harder to solve that question or retrieve information that required for that question. So I moved to the harder part of the question or difficult level of questions, and those questions are helping me now much better because it is those questions are taking more time to solve, to think a lot. I had to think a lot in a single question is taking around 10 to 15 minutes, and these are the questions that actually helps in strengthening those connections, not the questions that are very easy. Hey guys, why I stopped the reading method of studying? Because when I was a kid, just before entering the college, I used to know these two methods only: reading the notes and highlighting it. Every single student or every single classmate of me, any kind of test when it comes up, any kind of surprise test when it comes up, all of us flip the pages, the sound of pages is very loud, and start reading the notes, every single of us, and try to rote memorize every single thing. I know a specific moment, one of my friend, she was going crazy about an essay test, tried to rote memorize 20 lines to score high because she was the topper of our class. So she was going crazy, rereading them again and again, again and again, those 20 lines, try to memorize every single line exactly where it is. And the problem with this method is there is no verification or detector of how much of it I know. Suppose we were learning it around 1 hour using this method of studying, but I don't know how much I remember or how much I don't. And that is the problem that retail practice solves. What is the steps of retail practice method? I'll go through the material 1-2 times and then directly move to quizzing myself, testing myself. And this testing myself is detecting what is I am confident with and what I'm not confident with. What are the things that are my weak areas? So that's why retail practice is much better than rereading the notes or highlighting the notes. And it's a human nature. Forgetting is human nature. So this method forced me to retrieve information from my brain, and that strengthens the long-term connection in our brain to remember things for long term. And that's why ritual practice is much better than rereading and highlighting. Guys, I increase the difficulty level of my questions in sequel that I'm learning. According to this book, the harder the recall is, the better my learning will be. That's what I did. And I tried to solve questions that are difficult. How I find them? Simple. If I'm able to get the answer within 30 seconds, it's easy. But I wasn't able to get the answer within 30 seconds. So these questions levels are difficult. And when I try to solve the first 2-3 questions, then I am able to handle the other same level of difficulty question easily. That's what directly verify that when I try to increase the difficulty, I'm able to handle those difficult level of questions a little more effortlessly because those connections got strengthened, those concepts and the related problems I'm able to solve easily now. But this doesn't happen directly like I just tried a difficult question and within 2 minutes I'm able to solve it. No guys, I had to spend around 30 minutes on it to get through those 2 questions, and then I'm able to go through the remaining questions a little in a little less time. That's what it means to increasing the difficulty to strengthening or getting a better benefit of this practice. Hey guys, I have given you enough context why retrial practice method is the one. Not rereading and highlighting your notes and binge watching lectures are the most passive method of learning and are not useful at all. So use this method. It has the ability to verify how much of the content you learned very well. It helps us identify that this particular skills I'm confident 100%. This particular skill I'm not confident 100%. It helps us find our weaknesses so that we can focus our study on that. And guys, this method has zero flaws. I try to find it, but I only find one. And that one is it is difficult to implement. That desirable difficulty is very important for learning any skill because there's no fun without difficulty. So I hope you guys will use this method as your primary study method. I'm using it, many toppers using it, many students who realize that the method they were using before while they were in school wasn't the one, and these effective study method are the one. So I hope you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for upcoming video about spacing out our retrial practice, our revision method. So for now, bye bye. Give it a like if you find this video helpful.